These are some power dynamics that if you don't know this by now, you're probably getting screwed over by your boss, by your wife, by your girlfriend, by somebody who is close to you. You're probably getting screwed over because you don't know this about power dynamics. So you might ask, why is power dynamics important, right? Well, if you really think about it, if you want to become the best version of yourself, you have to be aware of everything around you. You have to have awareness of everything that goes on behind the scenes in front of your eyes, because a lot of times you might see something that's right in front of you and you're blinded to it because you don't know the knowledge that comes with knowing power dynamics. So every situation that you're in, every relationship that you get into, every encounter that you have with another human being, for the most part, is going to be some sort of power dynamic. And what you got to understand about power dynamics is that if someone knows that they can use something against you, which the thing that they're going to use against you is going to be something that they know you value, right? Let me use a very clear example. So let's just say someone is going to delete you off the face of this earth, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to say it because I don't know if YouTube goes crazy about that, but let's just say someone was going to delete you, you know, off the face of this earth. And if they told you, do this now, or we're gonna delete you, right? At that point, that person, the power dynamic, they have so much leverage over you because they have something that they know you value, that you are very attached to. If you're not attached to it, then they don't have any leverage over you. So if they know that you're attached to it, for example, the reason I use that one is because most people value their life. And in that situation, most people would do whatever it takes to get out of that situation alive, right? Let's say you're a cashier and someone tells you, give me all the money. Normally, you wouldn't just give a stranger the money, right? But in this moment, this person has leverage over you. This person has something in their hands that they know you really value. Because if in that moment they told you, give me all the money, and you told them to get fucked because you didn't care about your life. You were detached. Maybe you didn't care if you got deleted, right? They have no leverage over you. So understand this. The only reason someone can truly have leverage over you is if you are attached and you truly care about that thing. So let's use another example, right? Because if we're talking about something that you are truly attached to, let's just say someone is trying to blackmail you, right? The only reason why most people and the whole dynamic of blackmailing works is because people have skeletons in their closet that they're afraid that might be released to the public, right? They're afraid of other people in their life knowing about this skeleton in their closet. But what you got to understand is if you're not a liar, if you're someone who just says exactly how it is, straight up, puts it all out there, no one can blackmail you. Why? Because the whole reason why the blackmail dynamic works is because they have something, again, that they know you value. For example, let's just say I don't know, you stole some money at your job from the cash register, right? And somebody saw you. And now that person tells you, hey, listen, if you don't give me $500 every week, then I'm going to tell the boss. And you're going to lose your job. You're not going to be able to pay your bills. You're going to go broke. Your woman's going to leave you. And she's going to hop on the next motherfucker's dick because you're broke, buddy. All right? So guess what? If you don't give me those $500, I'm going to go ahead and go up to the boss and I'm going to become Ratatouille. I'm going to go like Mickey Mouse, become a rat, and I'm going to tell on you. So the only reason that would work in that power dynamic, again, is because you value your job. You're like, damn, oh shit. My woman's going to leave me. He's going to go rat on me. I can't pay my bills. So obviously you're going to be intrigued and you're going to be like, well, intrigued maybe isn't the right word, but maybe you're going to care a lot because you value your job, right? But let's just say you don't give a fuck about your job and you know you have a valuable skill such as sales. Like you've been watching my channel and I've been telling you to learn sales and you've listened to me and you've learned it, right? Let's just say that to you in that situation. And you listen to the Optimal Man channel and you started studying sales and you knew that that was the way to go and you had the skill and you were stealing money and someone came up to you and told you that exact same thing and you told them, go ahead. I don't give a fuck. If I get fired, guess what? I know how to sell. I don't need this job. That power dynamic would not work because now they can't use it against you. It's not something that you're afraid that can be released, right? So the reason why I'm talking about this is because, like I said, power dynamics happen all over the world, everywhere. Every second of the day, there's a power dynamic at play, at hand, right? For example, relationships. If you are a man and you want your woman to do something, or you don't like your woman doing something, but you're too attached to the relationship, you care so much about it that if she tells you, guess what? I'm leaving you. You're scared, right? You're like, no, baby, please, 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 don't leave. No, please. Now she has leverage over you. She has something over you that she can hold over your head. The only way you can truly negotiate something is if you're willing to walk away from the table, right? If you're not willing to walk away from the table at a negotiation, then guess what? They got you. They have leverage over you. They know that you are their bitch. So understand this. Like I was talking about relationships. If you're someone who values self-respect more and you have a true care for your self-respect as opposed to a relationship, right? Because sometimes you might put a relationship over your self-respect as a man, and that's when you end up getting used and abused. But when you have more care and more value in your self-respect, which in turn will make her like you more in the end, I promise you. When she comes up to you, or maybe you're telling her, hey, I don't like when you do this or this and that, and she says, I'm going to leave, you say, okay, well, it was nice getting to know you. I hope you have a good life. Guess what? She's going to come back. Why? Because she doesn't have that leverage over you. She doesn't have that power dynamic to where now she can use something against you. And she can say, hey, well, if you don't do this, if you don't act right, I'm leaving you. Now you've just lost that power dynamic, right? So the reason why I'm talking about this is, like I said, you need to start being more aware of the power dynamics at play. And sometimes in certain situations, you got to act a little dumber than you really are. Because if you act dumber than you are, and someone thinks that they have power over you, someone thinks that in some way they are using you, or perhaps they're outsmarting you, but in reality, you're dumbing yourself down, but the whole time you see what they're doing, then guess what? You're in control. You have the power. They just don't know it because in their mind, they're thinking, well, you know what? I'm playing this motherfucker like a sucker. This motherfucker doesn't know what I'm doing. This motherfucker's stupid. Yeah, sometimes you got to let them think that, right? Because if you go ahead and say that you know what it is that you know, sometimes it's not advantageous because it'll put you in a lower position in the power plays that go on around us, right? But if you act like the 48 laws of power, it talks about, I think it said, act a sucker to catch a sucker, some shit like that. What it's talking about is how sometimes you have to dumb yourself down in order to make someone think. Like, for example, let's just say a job, right? in that situation, if you try to act like the smartest man in the room, but your manager has authority over you, he has a power play over you, then guess what? If you try to act bigger than you are, then that motherfucker is gonna resent you, as opposed to if you just dumb it down, he thinks he's the boss, right? So that's it, guys. That's the video for today. Power plays, power dynamics. Start paying attention to everything that goes on around you, okay? Like the video, comment down below, and subscribe. Peace out.